Hey, everybody. It's Craig again. It's another edition of Unbreakable the podcast. Listen, see, today's Unicorn Day, Thursday, April 9th. Three alligators and long neckies. Some hokey back cowboys and some chickens. The Unicorn Song by the Irish Rovers. Whatever happened to you? I thought they were going to be like the Beatles. So, really pop. I guess not. Alexa, turn it up. We're celebrating Unicorn Day, especially for all the people out there with horns. Could see horny people and all their geeks. So hope they got cowboys and some chicken. This song was popular back in the 60s. And the thing is, it's just one of these catchy songs, that you can't get out of your head. Now, like this will be going with me tonight when I like try to fall asleep. I'll be dreaming of it. There'll be green alligators and lonely geese. Some hopsy bucko. I'll be at the dinner table tonight. We're having ham, leftover ham for Easter. There'll be green alligators. Alligator. Everybody, put your hands up. Chimpanzees. Unicorn gang. We're going to talk Phillies, Eagles. We're going to talk all kinds of crap today. Right after this damn song here. It's still going on? How long does the song go on for anyway? I never remembered it being like 10 minutes long for nonsense. Oh, the unicorn. No. All right, so Phillies. That's all I got to say. How do you get shut out 2 games? The horror house of Oracle Park in San Francisco continues. No matter how, will this song ever end? No matter how stinky the Giants team is from year to year, you can count on them beating the Phillies. It's like everything you need to. I tell you what, Phillies haven't won a series in San Francisco since 2013. Back in those days, I mean, you still had Ryan Howard, Chase Utley was still playing for the Phillies. That's it. Thank God you're done. Never asked her. So, but on. Anyway, yeah. Did you know that the last time the Phillies won a series in San Francisco, Ryan Howard and Chase Utley were still playing for the Phillies? That's how long it's been. Yikes. Oh my God. And after taking the first game of the series on Monday, we all thought, the Phillies are there. At least take another game out of the next two, right? And finally break this curse, this jinx that's on them. It didn't happen. Not only did they lose the next 2 games, they get shut out. They look pathetic. And I know everybody, when you're going out overboard. It's a long season. You'll be all right, which is true. But there's patterns. This offense, they go dormant after a while. They scored 7 runs in the first inning in Colorado, the first game in this road trip. And you thought, these guys are finally breaking out of snow, And they're going to start hitting like they were like on the back of their baseball cards, right? Kyle Schwarber, 56 home runs. Bryce Harper, 2-time MVP. Nah. It's not happening. It's not happening. So, I don't know. What are you going to do? I mean, you're kind of stuck with these players now. Maybe later on in the season, if the Phillies aren't contending, they're going to trade some of these guys. I mean, look at the bad start. Bryson Stott has gotten off to, and Alec Bohm. I mean, you got to figure. All right, the Phillies were talking about trading these guys. So during the offseason. So, they can't be coming in with good mindsets. Coming into the season, are they going to be really enthusiastic about playing for this Phillies team after the front office almost traded them during the offseason? I think not. But, these guys have to play well because Alec Bohm, whether he stays with the Phillies or not, it doesn't look like it. He's going to be a free agent after this year. He can't stink this year, or else he's going to cost himself a lot of money. Maybe he's got stuff on his mind, like suing his parents. I'm just saying. But it's sad because now you're kind of stuck with these guys at least till the trade deadline. And the best you can do is maybe move these guys around in the lineup. I would not have had Alec Bohm hitting cleanup anyway behind the big three of Turner, Schwarber, and Harper. Then you have Alec Bohm. Come on. Apologists for the Phillies like Ruben Amaro Jr., who's a nice guy, but he is a Phillies lackey. He's a Phillies homie. And he'll say, oh, Alec Bohm could drive in 90 RBIs. You know what? I think you want a guy who puts the fear of God into the opposing pitcher rather than Alec freaking Bohm. Because even if Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, and Trey Turner were hitting, we know what these teams do in the playoffs in the Phillies. They avoid pitching to those big three guys. They try to get them fishing for bad balls in the dirt or over their heads. They won't throw a strike. And because they'd rather put these guys on base and face what's behind these guys, which is output, which is Bryson Stott, which is a lot of these losers. They can't hit, okay? I'm very disappointed. I knew what we have in Alec Bohm, okay? He is what he is. He's made himself into an okay third baseman, but he is what he is. He's never going to hit you 20 home runs. He's never going to be this star player that the Phillies hoped he would be when they drafted him. He's just not. He's just not. So he's just there. He's sort of an average player. He doesn't run fast. Defensively, he's average. He doesn't hit for 300. He doesn't hit 20 home runs a year. What does he do? Right? So my thing is, if he can't pick up the slack in the cleanup spot, you got to move him. You got to move out, go down in the lineup, hit him 6th or 7th. Don't keep him in the cleanup spot. That's the problem with this manager. It's tough to change his mind on stuff. He's very stubborn. He's very set in his ways, and he tends to use analytics a lot, like his mentor, Joe freaking Girardi. So, you got to, at this point, there's nothing much you can do to move people around. You don't even have players, everyday players in the minor leagues. Hi, Katie, who could come up and fill in, for these guys. You just don't. I mean, as long as Dave Dombrowski, the GM, has been here for years and years and years, the farm system still kind of stinks. And the best you can do is Otto Kemp. Otto Kemp is just an average player at best. We don't even know if he's a major league player. Dylan freaking Moore, you can't hit. I mean, that's the best you can do. Dave Dombrowski has to go. He's got one foot out the door anyway. He wants to move back down to Nashville, hoping that Nashville is going to get a major league team, expansion team down there. Good riddance. Go. His time has passed him by. He may have been a really good general manager back in his day, but he's just not anymore. He's the one who made the statement during the offseason, we're content with this team. Well, you know what? Sometimes if you run the same damn team back, you're going to get the same damn results, aren't you? And that's what we're seeing from these Phillies. They cannot hit. They're a very streaky team. And, they go long stretches. And it's not like one guy's carrying the team, like Kyle Schwarber is hot and he's carrying these other losers. They all go cold at the same time. They had 4 hits Tuesday night, 4 hits Wednesday afternoon, 0 runs. So, Dave Dombrowski was just a waste. And the owner, John Middleton, he's more worried about taking nostalgia out of our ballpark, like the clock and Harry the Case. He's more worried about saving a buck and making a buck than he is about the fans anymore. You know, that's just what he is. He's turned into another Joshua Harris, God forbid. So, it just pisses me off that this Phillies team, and we all knew it coming into the season, they're not any better, they're worse. How can this front office say, oh, we're going to, they are nowhere near a contending team. They're not even going to sniff the World Series. If they make the playoffs, they're going to be lucky to get past the first friggin' round. That's just reality. And we know how the Phillies play in the postseason. And now they're like a 500 team. And I know it's early April, we're getting to mid-April, a lot of season to go. I understand that. But is there hope? Zach Wheeler hopefully will be back. He will bolster the pitching staff. That's great. But who's going to hit? Who is going to hit? Dave Dombrowski, get off your ass and make some trades or do something, right? The guys you were so-called content with, they stink. And you see how much they stink. And, this is what we're going to have for the whole year. Inconsistent play. In the All-Star season, all these people are coming in July for the All-Star game. Oh, the home run derby, blah, blah, blah. That's great. Great. Will we even have anyone in the All-Star game? I don't know. It's very depressing. Because, my friends, it's one thing to sign free agents. It's one thing to make trades. It's one thing to bring kids up from the farm, but they've got to be the right acquisitions. What good is it to have a trade or sign a free agent or draft somebody? And Phillies never rush the prospects through like other teams do. They let the prospects languish in the minors for like 3 years before we even see them. But what good is it if they're not going to pick the right players? Talent evaluation is key. The coaches, the instructors in the minor leagues, teaching these guys is key. It is just so upsetting because the Phillies' window is closed. Let's not kid ourselves. They had their chance when they were in the World Series a couple years ago against Houston. They blew it. When they had the National League Championship Series, final 2 games at home against Arizona, all they had to win is 1 out of 2. They lost both games at home. They blew it. Their time is coming off. And now you've got all these older players, team. And I tell you, Dave Dombrowski, he's not going to be around very long. He was going to rebuild this team. They signed JT Realmuto to 3 years, and he's just shell of himself. He's hurt now. And why give him a 3-year contract? Why did you pigeonhole yourself in with an old catcher whose skills are clearly declining? Why did you do that, Phillies? Because you panicked when you put all your eggs in one basket and you attempted to sign Bo Bichette, and the Mets swooped in and grabbed. Not that Bo Bichette is this greatest thing since sliced bread, because he's having a tough year too. But what I'm saying is the Phillies panicked after that. Why not use that, spend that money wisely? Why did you give it to JT Realmuto, who is old, and his skills aren't what they used to be? And on top of that, you give him an extra. Thank God for the Flyers, huh? The Flyers are an exciting young team. The Flyers are doing it the right way. Once they cleaned house and they put Keith Jones in charge there, Danny Briere, Rick Tocchet is coach, they're doing it the right way. Young players, exciting players, they're not selling up for the future. They're giving these kids a chance, and they're making wise draft moves, wise free agent signings, wise trades, and you're seeing the product. This team is still a young team. They might make the playoffs, which would be cool. And maybe they would get through one round, maybe even more. Who knows? But the Flyers, their future is ahead of them. I wouldn't be surprised if the Flyers were the next team in Philadelphia to win a championship. It would not surprise me at all. The Sixers, no, they're an old team and they stink, and they can't stay healthy. You know, Joel Embiid is out again. The Sixers, to forget, I don't even call them Sixers. They are so freaking depressing. Will they make the playoffs, make the play-in tournament? Who knows? I don't even care because they're going to be one and done. They're not going to be out for sure again. Come on. Eagles draft is coming up in only a couple of weeks. Okay, let's see what they do. There's still rumors about AJ Brown getting traded, maybe after June the 1st. Now it's Jalen Hurts. Isn't happy. The staff's not happy with him. All these rumors. You know, so much drama. Sometimes I think our sports teams put the drama on themselves. You know, life is full of drama as it is. Do you need any extra drama in your life? It's just so stupid. Flyers are doing it the right way. They tore it down. Sometimes you have to get bad before you get good. And they're starting from the ground up with young players. And look at where they are, 92 points. Whoever thought the Flyers would have 92 points this year, right? With a couple more games to play. So, in the regular season. So, and these other teams, Phillies included, are just very frustrated because people say the fans don't know anything. Oh, if you're going to listen to the fans, you'll end up with the fans in the 700 level or whatever. That's crap. Sometimes the fans know more than the front office people do. And I can say that because it's true. Everybody was screaming about the Phillies just aren't good enough this year. They didn't improve themselves. And look at where they. I'll tell you what, it was a long time ago in the Eagles off season. We still have the draft, a lot of stuff going on, and I trust Howie Roseman. Hi, Katie. But I'm not happy so far. I'm not happy with it, especially if they trade AJ Brown, because AJ Brown is a stud all-pro receiver. Maybe you have to coddle him a little bit. Throw him the damn ball. I always said, you got AJ Brown, you're spending that money on him. You traded a first-round draft pick for, and target him 15 times a game if that's what he wants. He's going to catch 10 of those 15 balls. And he's great with yards after the catch, yak. And one of those times, he may break it and run 60 yards for a touchdown. Give the guy a chance. He could be annoying, he'd be a pain in the neck. But I think if you keep him happy and you throw him the ball, which you should be doing. You should be doing that along with Devontae Smith. So, okay, well, this is the thing, Speaking of Eagles, there's that astronaut. They're coming back home tomorrow. Thank God. There's just two. They circled the moon. Some pretty cool pictures. And now with the popularity of Project Hail Mary up there, the great, great movie. People are really into space and space travel now. You see people who weren't alive back in the 60s and 70s are in awe of liftoff. They'll be watching tomorrow splashdown, which is cool. I think it's great. I think it's just great. I see Krista Cook, I believe her name is, one of the astronauts, big Philadelphia sports fan, had an Eagles cap floating in gravity there in the space capsule when she was a member of, not Artemis, but the Space Explorer, whatever it is. Yeah, big Philadelphia sports fan, loves the Eagles, loves Fly Eagles Fly, go Birds. And she's got some great taste, that lady does, I'll tell you. Not only is she an astronaut, she knows her football teams. Anyway, that's enough of this. Everybody celebrate Unicorn Day. There'll be glee and the game. I think you ought to get to the dinner table tonight. I don't know what you're having. Maybe pork chops, maybe lasagna. I don't know. What do you think, Katie? We go to the dinner table tonight, and all of a sudden it just burst out into song. There'll be green and the gators along the keys. Some humpty come. And people ask you, why are you singing this song? What is it? So say back to, give it back to. Don't you know? It's unicorn. Get with it. Get with the program. All right, everybody. I'll be back again. Who knows when, but I'll be back again. Don't forget, next week, next Saturday, come out and say hello to me at the Collegeville, the great Collegeville Italian Bakery, Saturday, April 19th from noon to 3. That's same way. I'll be there, and you should come out too and get yourself a bite to eat because I have such great stuff there. We had Easter dinner, and for dessert, we had one of these ice cream sandwiches, but it wasn't ice cream sandwich, really. It was filled with Dole pineapple whip ice cream to die for, and like cookies, like they folded in the sandwich. And oh God, was that good? You could get some there, well, Jesus. I might partake of something out there, even though I'm on a diet. But the thing is, just being there, is so cool. And I'll probably gain just 25 pounds just sitting there, looking at the stuff, watching people eat. All right, so come out next week and look for my book, Stronger Than Both, which is now not only can you read it as an ebook, but you can listen to it as an audio too. So, everybody take care, peace and love, and I'll see you next time. Phillies aren't playing tonight. Flyers are, they're in Detroit. Sixers are, they're down in Houston, play the Rockets, but who cares? Go Flyers tonight, huh? Say bye, Katie. Yeah, Katie. See you next.